Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praise Yahweh Bashem Mashai, woman like I don't know Yahweh Shai. Call halong like Yahweh Bashem Mashai, woman like I don't know Yahweh Shai. Mosai willing, everybody's doing good. And during in these last days, a lot of excitements in the news as of lately. And now, as you could see, the title of this video, reason why people are falling out, right? Because this is an example. These guys are examples for all of us to see and to self-examine and to examine their situations and things like that, and to see why brothers are falling out. Whether you knew them personally, whether it's somebody that you used to follow, watching their videos and things like that, they help you come into the truth, or whether it's just a brother you just heard of lost the battle or stopped running a race or anything like that. Hey man, these guys, we all can learn from them, and we all should examine these things. And me, as I done, I examine what's going on and how I see things went down, and what's the reason why I see brothers and sisters, God knows sisters as well, been falling out, especially as of lately, right? Now, I'm going to go with this opening precept right here, 2 Corinthians 2:17, and it says, "For we are not as many which corrupt the word of the Most High, but as of sincerity, but as of God, in the sight of the Most High speak we in Christ," right? We have to make sure we speak and follow the scriptures as in with sincerity, because a lot of times what it all boils down to, when we see brothers falling out, we see sisters falling out, is because they weren't sincere at the end of the day. Okay? That's basically literally what it is. They weren't sincere to a certain level, certain degree, and now it's being manifested. And rest assured, there will be more brothers and more sisters falling out until the time comes, until the kingdom comes, until Jacob's trouble is right there, right? And that's when we're gonna see and we're gonna know, oh, okay, was this person sincere, or was I myself, you yourself, us personally, were we sincere? Because we're gonna see who the elect and the chosen of the Most High is in those times, right? Because a lot of our forefathers, they fell real quick. They fell because they fell because they weren't sincere, because they had no true belief unto the scripts. This is Romans 9:31. It says, "But Israel, which followed after the law of righteousness, has not attained to the law of righteousness." So Israel, we've been following the laws, our forefathers, but we never attained to it. Why? And it's going to say that. Verse 32, "Wherefore," which means why? "Because they sought it not by faith, but as it were by the works of the law, for they stumbled at that stumbling stone." Our people, we love to think, oh, it's because we wear these fringes, it's because we keep the Sabbath day, it's because we do this, we do that. That's the reason why we're actually making it. That's the reason why God is helping us. The Most High is helping us, and the Most High has chosen us. Know that is far from the truth, right? That is far from the truth. And this is a stumbling stone that's been in Israel for the longest, since the beginning of times, right? Our brethren, our people, they always think that it's the works that makes them the elect. Brothers think that it's working hard, work. A lot of times brothers and sisters end up over exasperating themselves. That's why brothers and sisters fall out. They see that they're not measuring up to such and such. They see they're not measuring up to this brother or this sister that's doing this. And that's why they end up falling out. When people should always understand, is by faith. right? It's through faith that all our forefathers, any and everything that they did is because they believed unto the Most High. And it's because they loved the nation, right? That's why our forefathers, they did any and everything. They loved the nation, right? Any account you could go to is because and you see our people, they doing some mighty works. It's not because they say, oh, I gotta do this for the Most High, and things like that. They convincing themselves. No, it was a second nature for them to do it. Why? It's because they love and they want to serve the Most High, one, and two, they love the people. They want the best for the people. Why do we think that Moses did what he did in let's go to it real quick. Exodus 2. I believe verse 11. Right? Exodus 2 verse 11, it says, "And it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown that he went out unto his brethren and looked on their burdens, and he spied an Egyptian smiting in Hebrew, one of his brethren. And he looked this way and that way, and when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian and hid him in the sand." Right? That's Moses did that. Why? Because he had a love for his nation. Right? He loved his nation so much that this guy, he saw the Egyptians killing and beating, not killing, but beating and oppressing his people. And he went and killed that Egyptian. He spied him out. He probably followed him home. Say, yo, this guy, man, look at how he mistreated my people. Look at what he did to my brethren. Right? He beat my brethren up, called them names, right? Put a lot of burdens on him, saying bad things about him. I got something for this guy. He went and followed this guy all the way home. And when he looked, and when he's on the way there, he spied on him. He said, okay, I know right there. He always crosses the street right there. Who knows if it was 2 days that he took to spy on him to find out, oh, this street, nobody walks on that street, so I'm a slay him down. Or it could have been that same day. He saw the guy walking down. He said, oh, there's nobody on this street right here. Boom. He grabbed that person. He grabbed the Egyptian, and he killed him right then and there. Who knows how many times, but because it says he spied on this guy, right? He spied him out, and it went and smote him down, right? So that was because he loved the nation. He loved the people, right? That's why that's why all his mighty acts, they seem, brothers see them, but brothers read them, but brothers have these instant zeal or instant, I don't want to say fake zeal, but if you end up falling out and not staying in the truth, it was fake at the whole time. You was faking the funk, right? It's like a wannabe gangster, a wannabe this, or basically you're a wannabe brew, wannabe Israelite, right? You was never really in this thing, and I've seen it personally, how brothers and sisters fall out because, and you can see it from a mile away. From years before, you see them getting ready to fall out. Or even from their speech, from how people speak, you understand and you see the way of thought, the way they explain the scripts, the way they explain themselves. You see, okay, that brother, I don't know about this brother. This brother got something going on that he's not right. And then all of a sudden, later on down the years, you see, okay, yeah, that was this brother, he never really understood, right? Because you got to really have love for your brethren to do the work of the Most High. You really got to understand and believe and have faith unto the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, for you to have zeal and for you to do the work of the Most High, right? Now, it's not to say that any and every brothers have to always have this zeal pumping up 24/7, because at the end of the day, nobody's righteous. We're going to come back to Moses real quick. Let me get, right? Shoot. And it's not Psalms. Right. This Micah 7, and I'll start at verse 2. It says, "The good man is perished out of the earth, and there is none upright among men. They all lie in wait for blood. They hunt every man his brother with a net." Right? So there's nobody in the earth that's doing good, man. Everybody, we at the end of the day, we're struggling with something. So of course we cannot be 24/7, always be good, and always have a zeal that's always 24/7 with any within this truth. You will be lying to yourself. And that's why a lot of times brothers fall out, because they end up lying to themselves. They think they're the mightiest. They act like as if they are the mightiest, and therefore brothers end up falling, right? And we see examples in the scripts how as well Moses fell. Moses, he got angry at the people, at the people, and he went against the word of the Most High. King David, he went against the word of the Most High. Everybody, at the end of the day, we all fall short, right? That's why we need grace and mercy, right? But at the end of the day, we see the examples of the zeal that our people actually have in the scripts, and people, we get these things we get these things confused with modern day. Oh, wanna be this, I wanna be that. People say, oh, I want to be the top guy. I want to be the second in command. What can you do? Can you take my, I don't want nobody to take my spot. At the end of the day, you have to understand the scripts. Everything is written already, right? Everything is written already, right? And we know, again, how I was saying, how Moses have a love for the people. Real quick, let me get this. Moses have a love for the nation, because check this out. This is Exodus 30, and then we're gonna start at verse so like in chapter 32, and then we're gonna start at verse 30. It says, "And it came to pass on the morrow that Moses said unto the people, Ye have sinned a great sin, and now I will go up unto the Most High. Peradventure I will make an atonement for your sin. And Moses returned unto the Most High and said, Oh, this people have sinned a great sin, and have made them gods of gold. Yet now, if thou wilt forgive their sin, and if not, blot me, I pray thee, out of thy book, which thou hast written." So Moses' love for the nation was so much, right? Moses went and prayed and pleaded. He went to the face of the Most High, and nobody else can do that, right? There's levels to this thing, right? There's brother, and that's another thing. Brothers be thinking they had the same level and things like that. You cannot reach a brother's level because you're not of that brother's level, right? Because Moses, he had the ability to go up unto the Most High, plead to him face to face, right? Well, not literally face to face, because, the Most High had his back turned to Moses, because Moses could not behold the glory of the Most High. But nonetheless, because we know Moses was up there with Yahweh Shem Yahushua, or what Yahushua, right? For lack of a better term. So, and we see how he's pleading for the people, even though the people just sinned, and he didn't partake in that sin, but he's pleading for the people. How many brothers be like, you're not gonna make it, man? These people are wicked. 2/3, I can't wait for you to get killed. Hey, that's not the right mentality. That's not the right mentality. Moses knew these people they went off crazy. You have sinned a great sin. And what he went and planned, and he didn't say, look at what your people did and stuff like that. He didn't say, and you go ahead and judge them however you want. Please forgive them, but judge them, but just leave me out of it. Nah, Moses said, listen, whatever judgment you're going to give them, I'm part of that judgment as well. Put me in that judgment as well. Right? And he said, blot my name out of it too. Kill me too. right? And then we see the response of the Most High. And the Lord said unto Moses, whosoever has sinned against me, him will I blot out of my book. And therefore now go, lead the people unto the place of which I have spoken unto thee. Behold, mine angel shall go before thee. Nevertheless, in the day when I visit, I will visit their sin upon them. Right? So Moses, he pled for the people. Right? And now a lot of times, again, people they stumbling at that stumbling block that our people, they always been stumbling. But on verse 32, right, Romans 9:32, wherefore because they sought it not by faith, but as it were by the works of the law, for they stumbled at that stumbling block. That's what our people always stumbled at, right? They stumble at the works of the law. The works, they stumble at the, for lack of better terms, because when you look at it, when you read the scripts, you see these things, they are what people will call magic, right? Right? Mystical things. You know, when you do a sacrifice and you see a fire just appear and consume the thing. All these things, for lack of a better term, people will call them, if people will see them being made today, they would see them as witchcraft. So our people, and that's why a lot of times, to this day, a lot of our people, they still believe in voodoo, witchcraft, and things like that. And our people, they think that these things, that's what helps them, that's what keeps them safe, that's what's going to, you know, bring them justice, whatever they make doing these things for. That's why, again, back then, they made the calf, that this is the calf that brought you out of Egypt. Our people, they believe in things like that, right? They stumble at these stumbling blocks. But they don't understand that the Most High God, he's the one that reigns, and you just got to serve him, and he calls you to serve him and love your people, your brethren, as yourself. These are the two greatest commandments, the only commandments given unto men. That's the whole gist of it, man. That's the whole gist of it. Real quick, Psalm, let me go get this real quick. Psalm chapter 40, and then and verse 6, it says, sacrifice and offering thou didst not desire. Mine ears hast thou opened, but burnt offering and sin offering hast thou not required. The Most High God does not require burnt offerings and sin offerings and sacrifice offerings. That's not his desire. He wants us to listen to him. That's why he'll open our ears and to obey. Listen to what he tells you to do. Love your brothers as yourself. That's what, if anybody's falling out and they picked up the plow and they stopped doing the work, it's because they don't love the nation, really. They was just doing it for vainglory. They was just doing it just because it was a fad. They was just doing it just because they felt like it was the right thing to do at that time. They was just doing it because they were following men. Other men told them, oh, this is what this is what that. They had no real conviction. They had no real love. They had no real faith. They could not really serve Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And us right now who are still running this race, we still have to keep these things in mind and understand and self-examine ourselves, right? And a lot of times it's through those self-examinations you're going to find yourself saying, I really don't want to do this. What am I doing? Right? That's what a brother, he made a video recently, not too long ago, of maybe a year ago, whatnot, but of how he self-examinated himself, and he suddenly said, listen, what the hell am I doing? And then he stopped doing the work because he never really had no real conviction. And how do we really know that? Let's get this real quick. Matthew 7, and we're going to say verse 21. It says, not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. And the will of the Father is to obey, to love one another, serve one another, be that nation. and serve me. Do the things I tell you to do. Watch, you're going to prosper and you're going to have protection because you're going to be in my good grace, right? Verse 22, but it's not everybody that's making videos, because brothers, again, they doing this without understanding. They just following because it is cool. It is a cool thing to be a Hebrew Israelite. Now, I'm not going to lie, right? It is cool, man, to have the fringes and have people looking at you. It's a cool thing to, you know, shaking the hand on the highways and byways, right? Even Eve gonna look at you, even the world and even the truth gonna look at you, you know, those that's not married, of course, gonna look at you like, yo, ooh, I like this brother. I like that brother. I like this. Ooh, look at you. I see you a man of knowledge. It is cool, right? But that's not the thing. That's because everything righteous is actually cool. If anybody, if anybody, because who stand up to bullies? When you a person that stand up to bully, it's a brothers. Other men gonna look at you like, yo, you're a cool dude. That was good. And women gonna look at you, ooh, and that's good, brother, right? But these are not the things that should get that should motivate a brother to keep going or to get these things started, right? Because these things, they will happen because the Most High always bring glory to glorify his people, the righteous at the end of the day. However, he glorifies, and that's a form of glory. But this is vain glory, though. This is vain glory. This is the glory that can get to people's head, right? But we want to, sir, you want to do everything in honesty and sincerity, not messing up the word of the Most High, like it says in 2 Corinthians 2 and 17, right? I'm going to read on Matthew 7:22. It says, many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works? And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. That's a crazy parable right here, man. Why? It's because other than the obvious, these brothers and sisters was brothers they've been doing the work. These are brothers that do the work because they say they prophesy in his name, right? They cast out devils, meaning what? Brothers, they do videos that is sound, because the Most High can make anybody speak some wisdom, right? Some truth, I'll say. I say truth. Okay, I'll say truth. The Most High can make anybody speak truth. He makes Esau speak truth. He makes 2/3 speak truth. He makes 1/3 speak truth, right? Everybody by chance, right? Right, and I'm gonna get that real quick in Ecclesiastes 9, right? Right. So, but at the end of the day, certain people, they just never got it. Ultimately, we understand that they were never elected. It was never for them to get, right? We understand that, right? But now we're playing the movie out. We have to understand us playing the movie out. We playing the scriptures out. This is how we have to conduct ourselves, or else we're just gonna be a testimony against ourselves, whereas we never would have gotten it. And we show that, or we showing ourselves. We showing that, basically, Salaki for the word, but you just showing your ass. You just showing your ass, right? I knew you wasn't gonna make it, but you just showed your ass. You just proved me right. You proved that. That's basically what this movie is about. The righteous gonna prove to be righteous. The wicked gonna prove to be wicked. Ultimately, we understand, again, we all fall short and fell short. And it's through grace and mercy, but the Most High God gonna impute understanding unto those who are elected, and to those who seek the righteousness of the scripts, and who truly love Yahweh Bashem Yahusha, and truly love the nation Yasha Allah, man, right? Because a lot of people gonna come and say they did this, they did that. I make breakdown videos. I went on a Shabbat Hey, you never, Yahushua gonna depart from me. I never knew you. You don't understand. You never understood what's going on, man. Right? You never really understood. You never really grasped. You never really loved the people, the nation. Right? Real quick, let's get Ecclesiastes. Right? You never love what of the Yahweh Yahushua. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 9. It's like verse 11. Right? It says, I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift. That's what we got to understand. It's not to those who bring it out mightier, those who read the more chapters, those who do videos 24/7, those who do this, those who do that. Right? It says, nor the battle to the strong, nor to the brother who's the mightiest, strongest through the spirit and even physically. Right? Neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding. All these things, whether on a physical level or on a spiritual level, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happeneth to them all. Meaning what? The Most High God, there's a time for everything, like it says in Ecclesiastes 3 and 1 on down. So Yahweh Bas Yahushua uses everybody to whatever his liking is, right? Whomever it is that he wants to use for this and that purpose, that's who he gonna use for this and that purpose, right? And just like he used Judas, right? He used Judas for his purpose to hold the money and to do all the things and things like that. And Judas did miracles too. Judas went out when Yahushua sent the 12 out to go and to go and bring out the word and things like that, right? He was part of the 12, but at the end of the day, he was never chosen, right? And because he never had that sincerity, because we know that Judas was what? He loved money. He used to steal out the money because he used to hold the money for the camp, for lack of a better term, for Yahushua's camp, right? He was a treasurer. So at the end of the day, time and chance happen to everybody. The Most High give everybody chance and time, but at the end of the day, only the elect will really truly grasp what's going on, right? And truly understand and truly seek to serve Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Because again, all men fall short. And we see the zeal of our people, of our forefathers, right? We see how these guys, they run the race, but they ran the race sincerely. When Yahushua, let's get, not Yahushua, King David. Let's get 1 Samuel 17 real quick. Let me see. 1 Samuel 17. Verse, right? We're going to say verse 45. It says, this is when King David was, when he went and fought Goliath, right? This is, and we could, actually, let me jump up real quick. We could see how King David was really sincerely concerned for the nation, right? Real quick, I'm going to start at verse 21. It says, for Israel and the Philistines had put the battle in array, army against army, and David left his carriage in the hand of the keeper of the carriage, and ran into the army and came and saluted his brethren. And he talked with them. Behold, there came up the champion. Salakia, I'm gonna jump down. Jump down because I don't want to read it. Verse 26, right? It says, and David spake to the man that stood by him, saying, what shall be done to the man that killeth this Philistine and taketh away the reproach from Israel? For who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living God? Right? Defy meaning what? He's challenging. He's disobedient. He's disobedient. The word of the Most High. He's challenging the Most High. He's challenging the armies of the Most High, right? He's being prideful. So that's why David, he said, this guy, what the hell's going on, right? Now, I'm going to jump down. I'm going to jump all the way down to 40, where David, he went, well, I'm going to jump down right here. It says, thy servant slew both the lion and the bear, and this uncircumcised Philistine shall be as one of them, seeing he has defied the armies of the living God. Right? King David never not once said, oh, I'm going to make this happen because I'm this, that, and the third. I'm King David. I'm this, that, and the third. He wasn't even King David back then. Right? He was just David. So, but the whole point, the whole thing is he's seeing how Goliath is trying to come against, and not trying to, has come against the Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and against his people. So King David went and about to get ready to fight. Right? Now I'm gonna jump down to verse 45. It says, then said David to the Philistine, thou comest to me with a sword and with a spear and with a shield, but I come to thee in the name of the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defied. This day will the Most High deliver thee into mine hand, and I will smite thee and take thine head from thee, and I will give the carcasses of the host of the Philistines this day unto the fowls of the air and to the wild beasts of the earth, that all the earth may know that there is a God in Israel. Right? So we see how King David, that his zeal was puffed up to go and kill this guy. Not because he was puffed up in the mind, or he felt like he was a big guy or anything like that. No, King David wanted to stand up for righteousness, because this guy Goliath and the Philistines, they are standing against the Most High. Right? They're defying the Most High. That's what he said. They're defying the Most High, and they by defying his army, which is the Israelites. Right? They're not listening to what the Israelites are telling them to do. They're not paying homage and reverence unto the Most High through the Israelites. So King David went and did what he had to do. Right? So these are the zeal, and these are the all these examples these examples that we have of how our people, they were running this race, man. They were doing their thing. But our people, we have to understand, we have to understand that we have to love, we have to self-examine ourselves and show love to the nation. That's why Yahweh shot. That's what the whole New Testament is about, man. Bringing the nation into one. Stop puffing ourselves against one another, and because we're gonna see these people, just like these guys who are falling out. And every time a brother or a sister fall out, they have a million things to say, to blame their fallout, or to blame the truth, and try to say, oh, this is not really the truth. These guys are this, that, and the third. Brothers always have something to say about people whenever they fall out. They themselves, because they themselves never understood and never had no true foundation unto the truth. They never really understood what was going on to begin with, right? This is 1 Corinthians 9:24. It says, know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize, so run that ye may obtain. Brothers love to, especially I've seen and I heard brothers read this and say, listen, you see that? You gotta make sure you finish first. And, hey man, we just read, it's not to the swift. You have to run this race with patience, and we're gonna get that too. And it's not a race where, I gotta finish first, I gotta finish third, second, this, that, and the third. No, it's saying everybody's running a race, and you have to, for you to get the prize, you have to finish the race. You have to endure and keep on running that race, right? People start giving up mid-race, 3/4 of the race, 2 laps in, 3 laps in, 5 laps in. People giving up. That's what people. That's what Paul is showing. You gotta run to obtain the prize, man. Right? It says, and every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. We running this race to attain unto the everlasting life, the truth, the righteous ways of living from Yahweh Shai. That's our crown, so that our nation can be good, so that the whole earth can be refreshed and be good, so that we can restore order unto this earth, man. Because a lot of times people don't know what's going on, and they tend to run a race that's not and they give up mid race, right? It says, I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air. Right? Because that's what you're doing. When you don't understand, you just running, you just beating the air, you just don't know what's going on. You're fighting, you have to fight, and you have to endure. Right? Verse 27, but I keep under my body, and this is the whole point. This is what we have to do when we're running this race, right? Because when we seeing these people falling out, these people, they puffed up and things like that, this is what we have to understand right here. But and this is what they didn't do, and this is what we don't want to do. We don't want to, this is what we don't want not to do, actually, right? It says, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself be a castaway, right? And there's a lot of people who are for those that are falling out. We see how they preach, but yet they are being cast away. Why? Because they were running a race. They over-exasperated themselves. They weren't running with patience. They weren't truly running. They and pacing themselves, right? They got tired. So now we see these things. So we had to keep our body under subjection, and we have to, lest by any means we fall out. We see how these people, they themselves, they end up falling out. These people, they themselves, they seem to be mighty and things like that. They have videos for this long, for that long, right? Now they doing videos with people like Vocab Malone and stuff like that. They losing they saying have different crazy doctrines now, saying the Most High loves everybody, Jesus is for everybody. All these things, that's what we don't want. These are the things that are against our people. That's against the scripts, and that brings our people down, man. Right? And we don't want to be a castaway like these brethren they've proven themselves to be. Right? At least as of now, we'll say that, because we never know. At the end of the day, Yahweh shall have grace and mercy. That's so much that we can't fathom. So most of our willing brothers recuperate, and learn from their mistakes. But we ourselves, from the outside looking in, we have to learn from those mistakes. We have to understand these things. This is Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 1. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses. And yes, those cloud of witnesses is our forefathers in the book. And also these guys we're seeing in our daily lives right now, they are witnesses of what not to do. They are examples of what not to do, right? It says, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which does so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us, right? We had to run this race with patience, man. We have to be patiently running this race and not over putting on our plate. If somebody's ahead, there's no two. A body doesn't have two heads. A body only have one head. A body only have two arms. A body only has 10 fingers. A body only has 2 legs, 10 toes, one butthole, one butt cheek, one private member, one chest, one intestine, a long, well, 2 intestines, big and small, right? A heart. A body have a heart. A body have what? There's so many things. Hair, right? There's so many parts of the body, man. So you cannot expect to be what somebody else is being. And brothers have to understand that too, and not to put these burdens, heavy burdens on other brothers where that brothers can't even keep, right? Because a lot of times brothers try to put burdens on brothers to let's say, oh, if you're not reading 25 chapters a day, you're not gonna make it. Brother, that's a burden that you can't even do. These are things that brothers they themselves can't even accomplish at the end of the day, and yet brothers are saying, oh, you can't do that. And hey, brother, you got to self-examine yourself and see self-examine yourself and see about yourself, man. Because you saying you trying to put a burden upon a brother where you yourself, you're not even doing it. You can't even do the things that you just said. Oh, brother, if you're not going to camp 24/7, you're not gonna make it. Brother, your zeal should lead you to do these things, man. Your zeal. That's all it is. Your zeal should lead you, and so your faith unto Yahweh Shah should lead you. Real quick, let me get this. We're gonna wind down soon. Real quick, let me get this. This is First Maccabees chapter 2, and we're gonna start at verse 21. It says, God forbid that we should forsake the law and the ordinances. We will not hearken to the king's words to go from our religion either on the right hand or the left. Now, when he had left speaking these words, there came one of the Jews in the sight of all the sacrifice on the altar, which was at Modin, according to the king's commandment. Now let's see what Mattathias did when he when this goofy Israelite came in and tried to, please King Antiochus, if I'm not mistaken, right? It says the Greek king at that time. It says verse 24, which thing when Mattathias saw, he was inflamed with zeal, and his rein trembled. Neither could he forbear to show his anger according to judgment, wherefore he ran and slew him upon the altar. Why was Mattathias' zeal inflamed? Is because the same reason why this guy Moses did what he did. Same reason why David did what he did is because these guys, they were coming, and they just said it right here in verse 21. God forbid that we should forsake the law and ordinances. Right? They will not go unto the left, they're not gonna budge from the left, nor from the left, nor from the right. So these are the reasons why brothers should always aspire to be mighty and sincerely do the work. I can't stress that enough. You had to sincerely want to do X, Y, and Z, right? If your brother actually, let me get this. And if a brother is trying to pressure brothers to do this, to do that, that's not where it's at, man. That's not where it's at all. Brothers should always, and of course, there's no excuse for slothfulness or anything like that. But if brother, and that's when the honesty comes in, when a brother is self-examining themselves, and a brother's honestly keeping themselves in check, and when a brother is also honestly seeing a brother falling out and say, brother, you need to do this, you need to do that, and brother, maybe try this, try that. But brothers have to understand, we're not here to put further burdens onto brothers that we ourselves never was able to keep. Right? Real quick, let me get this real quick. Salakia. Right. Right. This is for it seemed Salakia. Right. Salakia. That's not what I wanted. Salakia, bear with me real quick. Bear with me. I'm gonna start right here, right? Act 15:8, it says, and the Most High, which knoweth the hearts, bear them witness, giving them the Holy Ghost, even as he did unto us. And that's what the Most High knows, the hearts of everybody, right? It says, and put no difference between us and them, purifying their hearts by faith. By faith, right? It says, now therefore, why tempt ye the Most High to put a yoke upon the neck of the disciples, which neither our fathers nor we were able to bear, right? We had to understand that too, because we can't because brothers are on the forefront, and people are watching brothers and things like that, and brothers be one, not to say brothers be one to sound mighty or anything like that, but brothers have to be mindful of not to put greater burdens that even our forefathers couldn't do, and we ourselves we can't do, right? Like, let's say the same thing, brothers be like, oh, if you're only reading 7 chapters a day, you're not gonna make it, man. You can't make it 7 chapters a day. What are you doing with your life, man? You're gonna die. The Most High gonna kill you. You yourself, you can't even keep up with whatever number you just said, right? You yourself, you can't even keep up with the work that you trying to say, that if a brother's not doing that, you're not gonna make it. It's the faith. Most High knows your heart. Most High knows if you're gonna keep his ways or not. Most High knows if you love the nation. Most High knows if you're truly sincere out in this thing. And Most High gonna give you those things that you need, and the Most High, and you will be part of the elect, Most High willing, right? closing precept, and then we out of here, right? Actually, I got two more. Right? This is Philippians. Right. Well, I start verse 18. Philippians 1:18 says, "What then, notwithstanding every way, whether in pretense or in truth, Christ is preached, and I therein do rejoice and will rejoice." Most are willing, whether a brother is in pretense, or he's in a daze, or doesn't know what's going on, or didn't know what's going on, but yet he was bringing it out, and now the brother fell out. Hey, to Yahweh shall be the glory, because the Yahweh shall has been glorified at the end of the day. The truth has been spread out, and now whether in most are willing, everybody that's in this thing right now, they are in this thing truly, right, and sincerely, and we'll all see each other in a second wilderness, in them chariots, and in the kingdom, right? Most are willing. But at the end of the day, we're never gonna know. Actually, let me get this last one. We're never gonna know until it's all said and done, right? I'm gonna read this. It says, "For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out their houses." This is when Jacob's trouble pops off and things like that. Verse 73 says, "Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire." When all hell breaks loose, those whom the Most High God is keeping safe, those whom the Most High God has looked over as martyrs, those whom the Most High God is actually protecting every time and every way, those are the ones that we will know, and you yourself will know yourself if you are part of the elect, if you are the chosen. Only then. Right now, everybody, if you're not playing the scripts properly, if you got a crazy role, if your role is crazy, is to fall out this thing, it will be play out as such, and you cannot stop it. And because if you weren't a sincere from the beginning, you're never gonna be sincere at the end. And most High willing, brothers will self-examine themselves and actually try and actually understand what's going on when the Most High is trying to bring the nation back together to serve him and to rule the earth. The nation has to be a nation. That's what the truth is about. That's what the scripts is about. It's not about nothing else. It's not about vainglory. It's not about I know better than you. It's not about I'm mightier than you because I've been in the truth for this long. It's not about none of these things. It's about us actually serving the Most High and being a nation and loving one another. And with that, I give all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Mashah Woman Adon Now Yahweh Shai. Shalom.